Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three talking points. Everton 1, Manchester United 2 tonight at Goodison Park. A hugely disappointing defeat for Everton after a good run, but we have to start again now. But it was just the manner in which it was. I think it was our worst display of the season. I really do. I think it was such a poor performance. It happened. It's just, it felt as though we could have got something out that game. That's how it felt, and we haven't, and we have to deal with the consequences of that and pick ourselves back up. The first thing I want to talk about is Dominic CalvertLewin. It's great to see him back tonight. Obviously come on for the last 20 minutes. We've missed him. There's no question about it. Doesn't look quite ready yet, obviously, but you've got to introduce him back into it. You've got to get him out there, get his confidence up. But he will be, I think he'll be a huge player for us, Dom, if he can stay fit. That's the big thing. We're all thinking the same thing about him now, and that's not great, but we can see that when he plays, he gives us that aerial threat. We can get balls into the penalty area for him to attack. He won a few flick-ons tonight, made some good runs, and it's just a case of knitting it all together. I think there's a lot of other areas of the team which I think are quite solid, even though tonight, like I've just said, I think it was our worst display of the season. But I think there's some building blocks that are in place that I think Dominic CalvertLewin will make better for us. And I think just having him available again, can give us that boost. Obviously, Neil Maupay is in there as well, and he offers us a different type of player, obviously a different skill set. I don't think he had a particularly good game tonight, but he's done all right since he come in. And therefore, we know that we probably need another one. And we need maybe someone who's got a real turn of pace and can spin and get in behind. And maybe that's what Everton will be looking at. I don't think Dominic CalvertLewin does that. I don't think Neil Maupay does that. And that's maybe what the manager and the coach and, certainly the recruitment staff should be looking for, to give us something a little bit different. We've played a team tonight to show you just how important it is to have players with real quality in the final third, and that's been the difference tonight. I'm not saying Everton could get a player of Ronaldo's level, but there's young strikers out there, players who've got that good turn of pace and will offer different solutions to what teams turn up and pose the questions. So it's really good. Delighted to get Dom back, and hopefully he'll be hit the ground running sooner rather than later and start getting amongst the goals, because it'll give us a different way of playing, give us a better presence up there. And he scored goals in the past, so hopefully he can do it as we move forward as well. Second thing I want to talk about is an extension of that, really, but more the way we play the game at times. And I think I've listened to Frank Lampard talking about the game afterwards, and he's obviously philosophical, of course. He'll be about it. He's got a process. He's got to go and watch it back again, I guess. But he looked really disappointed as well. But he was at pains to point out that it's one of those things. It does happen in football with Evertonians. We know it happens more than probably to other teams at times. But it does slap you in the face sometimes. And I think sometimes it's a good thing to have that reality check that we are a new team-ish, but still we've got issues. We know that we're not amazing in the final third. We know that. We know we have to improve that. We've got a midfield that is still getting to know each other. I don't think it was very good tonight. It's been better than other games. Got to give Manchester United some credit as well, of course, in that they did okay in there. But, we are a work in progress. And I guess just the way we play, at times I think we've got to play forward more. We've got to go forward. Too many times in the game, we get out of trouble and break, and then we turn and come back, and it allows them to get men behind the ball, and the opportunity is gone. And there was a stark difference when United got the ball. They all wanted to go forward. Now, okay, they've got players like Bruno Fernandes, and they've got Christian Eriksen, but even someone like Casemiro, who was essentially someone to destroy in that midfield, win the ball, and he was winning it and getting it forward. And I think he's the one who actually plays the ball through, having won it to Cristiano Ronaldo for the winner. So they wanted to play it forward. We were a little bit too safe, and it was just something Lampard said after the match, and it was, maybe we need to realise that we don't have to play the way we did last season against some of these teams. We can actually try and go at them a bit more, and it was certainly something we did. I thought we did really well in the Merseyside derby. I thought we did attack Liverpool, we did get at them. But tonight, I don't know whether it was it just the name? Did the name scare us? Were we just flat and couldn't get going? We just didn't have that little bit of attack and, you know, flair and vibrancy that we needed. And you know, too many times, like I said, we're guilty of it all over the pitch. We seem to break into a good area, then we stop and come back. The minute you turn and face the other way and knock it back, the momentum's gone. You know, we have to, our biggest threat is getting players on the run, getting Damari Gray running, and then get the ball into the penalty area. And I just don't think we did it enough tonight, and we've lost the game. Finally, I do want to finish on a bit of a positive, because we have just had a 7-game unbeaten run going into this one. We would have gone above Manchester United had we won tonight. You know, we'd have gone above Liverpool had we got a draw. So, you know, we've done all right. I think the one thing we have to remember, and it's frustrating, and I'm gutted, we've lost the game, and we lost the manner in which we lost it is the real one. You know, you can lose a game football at any time, and you can lose to Manchester United, who still have some, you know, really good players, but it was the fact we give both the goals away cheaply, and it was the same goal, and that's the thing that annoys you. And the way we finished the game, kind of like the last 10 minutes, the way we finished that game was, you know, putting them under pressure, getting balls into the box. We could have ended up with a draw out of it, really, without playing brilliantly. But why didn't we sustain that? In the first half, we get in front by high press, putting them under pressure, making them make mistakes, score a brilliant goal. Why couldn't we sustain that? And that's, I think, that's where we are. But all that being said, you know, we're doing better than we were last year. I feel that the way the team looks, I think we will do much better than we did last year. I think we'll stay away from any kind of worries. And you know, we've got to build on that. We've got to remember, I suppose, not to get too high when we win, and not to get too low when we lose. And it is our first defeat, like you're saying. It's certainly in 6 Premier League games. It's one defeat, Nate, in all competitions, and we have to maintain that and go again. We've got 2 big games, not 2 really, really tough games. You know, Spurs away and Newcastle away. Tough for different reasons. We've got to go and see what we can get out of them, and then we've got a home game against Crystal Palace, which is very winnable. A tough game, but very, very winnable. And so they're the next 3, and that's all we can do. We can only play in blocks, and that's where we're up to. So, you know, for us now, lick your wounds. You know, us, I guess, as fans, to try to be positive about it and look at it overall and go, okay, 9 games, we're in the middle of the table, we've done okay. Can we do better? Absolutely, we can do better. Is the cause for optimism? I think there is. Are we seeing some good things? Yes, I think we are. We know we're a little bit light in the top end of the pitch, but we knew that anyway. But I think most of us have been impressed with what we've saw. Can it be better? Absolutely. We can play better football. We need to be more attacking, but we've done all right. So let's just remember where we started and where we've moved to. And hopefully if we continue to move forward, that's all we can ask, can't we? We know, like I said, we need a couple more in those front positions. We need a winger with real pace who's got goals in him. That's an absolute priority for me in January. And another centre forward will be an absolute priority for me in January as well. Whether he's a younger centre forward, I don't know, but it needs to be a different one. Someone who can spin and run in behind. But there are positive signs, so let's not forget that. Just because we've lost the game tonight, and as disappointing and as frustrating and as unenjoyable as that game was, for certainly apart from the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, it was hugely unenjoyable. But let's keep level-headed, stay behind, which I'm sure we will, and just let the season play out. You know, we've only played 9 games, so just let the season play out. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and see you later.